fatigue that won't go away, joint stiffness, brain fog, random body aches, sugar cravings you can't control, poor recovery after workouts. Sound familiar? Here's what no one tells you. These aren't separate problems, they are all symptoms of one problem. That mechanism is chronic inflammation. And today, I'm not just explaining what causes it, I'm giving you the exact solutions to reverse it, step by step, system by system, based on science, not trends. By the end of this video, you will understand your body better than 95% of people out there. Welcome back. I am Dr. Ashwini, and as a physiotherapist, I see effects of chronic inflammation every day in my clinic. This video is for anyone dealing with unexplained fatigue, pain, or low energy. Physiotherapy students who want to understand clinical patterns, people who want to prevent lifestyle diseases before they even start. We are going deep today, but keeping it simple, practical, and actionable. Here's the structure. I'll explain each cause of chronic inflammation and immediately give you a solution. No fluff, no boring dumps, just practical, actionable solutions. The number one cause of inflammation in India today: long sitting hours. When you are studying or you're working from home, binge watching shows, when you sit for long periods, what happens inside your body? Your muscles, they stop contracting. The glucose stays inside the blood, insulin keeps rising, and cells become resistant to it. If you keep sitting for long hours, you deprive your muscle of blood flow. Blood flow slows down, your tissues get starved of oxygen, waste products accumulate, and that's how chronic inflammation develops. As well as your belly fat. That is what increases and releases inflammatory chemicals called cytokines. And that is what leads to metabolic stress. Your body's internal alarm stays on even when there is no real threat. You don't need to hit the gym for 2 hours. You need movement frequency. Your design, your body was not designed to sit for 8 hours. Your body was designed to move. So you need movement. Every 45 minutes, stand up, walk for 2 to 3 minutes. Add micro workouts throughout your day. Maybe just 5 push-ups before breakfast. You do 10 squats. You can do 1 minute plank before dinner. You have to walk 7 to 10,000 steps daily. I know everyone knows this, but somehow nobody does this. But you need to walk 7,000 to 10,000 steps daily. Not all at once, you can spread it out. Maybe some in the morning, some in the evening. Your cartilage feeds on movement. A research shows that people who walk 6,000 steps daily usually have lesser cartilage degeneration and a healthy knee health. So, for long term prevention of your arthritis, you need to walk at least 6,000 to 10,000 steps daily. Your cartilage feeds on the movement, not on you sitting down and resting. You need to strength train 3 to 4 times a week. You need to build stronger muscles with joint stability. Now, even if you exercise, there is one thing that can break the whole system, that is poor sleep. Sleep is not just rest, it is repair time. You need sleep for your recovery. Your body clears toxins from the brain, rest resets your immune function, repairs damaged cells, regulates hunger hormones, lowers inflammation and inflammatory markers. But when you sleep late and you are just scrolling on your phone or wake up multiple times in the middle, you end up dropping your melatonin that increases your inflammation. Your cortisol spikes at the wrong time. Blood sugar becomes unstable. Hunger hormones go haywire. That is why you end up eating the midnight snacks you do. Your pain sensitivity rises. Everything hurts more. Your muscle does not recover. Irrespective of how much you work out, you're not giving your body enough time to recover. So you feel weak. You feel fatigued. I once had a patient who exercised regularly, ate clean, wasn't overweight, had proper muscles. Everything was fine, but he was always tired, exhausted, and pain levels were there, inflammation was there. Turns out I did everything for that patient. I did strengthening, maybe mobility, maybe right posture, everything. After trying everything, nothing was working out. But then turns out he slept only for 5 hours at night. Once his sleep cycle improved, his pain levels dropped, his strength came back, his mood changed, and everything was back to normal for him. Try to get 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep every single night. Goes wrong. Your melatonin drops, your inflammation increases, cortisol spikes at the wrong time, blood sugar becomes unstable, your hunger hormones go haywire. That is why you end up eating the midnight snacks that you do. Pain sensitivity rises, so everything hurts, everything pains, and you're fatigued and exhausted at all times. Muscle recovery slows down, so even when you work out, your muscles are still weak, you're still feeling tired. Even one night, one bad night can increase your inflammatory proteins in the blood. Imagine doing this for months. Here's the solution. You need to stop scrolling 2 hours before you go to sleep. You need to fix a sleep schedule and re regulate your circadian rhythm. You need to wake up with the sunrise. There are 3 steps you can reset your circadian rhythm. Morning light exposure. You need 10 to 15 minutes of sunlight to rewire your brain. This will set a reset button. It's daytime, you stay alert. This naturally regulates your cortisol, energy, and mood throughout the day. Second, you need a consistent sleep and wake up time. Even if you sleep at 12 a.m., but every day you wake up at 8 a.m., sleep at 12 a.m., that is also okay. As long as it is consistent. You go to bed and wake up roughly at the same time. Your circadian clock loves the consistency during the duration. To dim lights and no scrolling before bed. At least 60 to 90 minutes before bed, you put your phone away, do not scroll. So, darkening the room, warm lighting, and no late night scrolling. It's night, prepare for sleep. It signals your body to release melatonin calmly and give you a good night's rest. In India, almost every meal is carb heavy. Roti, rice, poha, idli, bread. None of these are bad, but the frequency and portions create trouble. Every time you eat high carb foods, your blood sugar spikes, insulin rushes to bring it down. This creates oxidative stress. Repeating this 4 to 6 times a day, it builds up chronic inflammation in your body. Unstable blood sugar leads to weight gain, hormonal imbalances, PCOS, type 2 diabetes, slow healing, and chronic pain. Inflammation is the smoke from the fire. Inflammation is the smoke from the fire of blood sugar chaos. The solution: balance your blood sugar. Never eat carbs alone. Always pair it with protein, fat, or fiber. So if you're eating roti, don't just eat roti. You always pair it with dal. You always pair it with sabzi or something. Prioritize protein at every meal. Even if you're taking a bit of protein, that is acceptable. You take your paneer, fish, dal, Greek yogurts, whatever it is, at least 20 to 30 grams of protein every meal. Add healthy fats that slows down your sugar absorption. So you can have ghee, nuts, seeds, olive oil. Choose complex carbs over refined carbs. Eat brown rice instead of white rice. Eat whole wheat instead of maida. Oats over any sugary cereals. Avoid sugary drinks. No cold drinks, packaged juices, or sweetened chai. Time your carbs smartly. Eat more carbs after your workout. Keep dinner lighter and lower carb. Walk after your meals. Even if it's just 10 minutes, just make sure you're taking a round around the block after your meals. The goal is to keep blood sugar stable throughout the day to prevent any inflammatory spikes in the body. Now, even if you're eating right and working out, there is one thing you cannot avoid, that is pollution and environmental toxins, especially if you live in a city like Delhi, Mumbai, or Bangalore. We have air pollution, which causes particles that irritate your airway lining. Lungs release your inflammatory molecules. These molecules enter the bloodstream and they trigger inflammation everywhere. That's why polluted cities have chronic fatigue, respiratory issues, anxiety, low exercise tolerance, and heart problems. Environmental inflammation is real. Solution: Minimize your exposure. It is very important these days to have an air purifier at home, especially in the bedroom. Keep your windows closed during high pollution hours. Check AQI in your daily apps. You need to wear a mask when you go out when you know that AQI is very high. Try to get as many plants as you can, especially snake plants or money plants. They work as air purifiers, natural air purifiers. Support your body's detox system. Support your body's detox systems. Drink plenty of water. Eat antioxidant rich foods, which is berries, green tea, leafy vegetables. Now, even if you guys are doing all of this, I know almost every other person listening, uncles and aunties, must be walking around in the park every day. And they think walking is great, running is great. People walk and run as an exercise. But that is not enough. But only doing cardio and skipping strength training leads to muscle breakdown, poor recovery, high cortisol, mitochondrial fatigue, chronic micro injuries. Your body becomes inflamed because it's constantly repairing the damage instead of building resilience. Cardio is like cleaning your house every day, but strength training is like repairing and reinforcing the structure. What your heart does is it improves the circulation, it keeps everything fresh. So, your heart is tightening up the body. It's definitely important to walk, run, very good exercise. But with it, what you need to do is strength train. It is like repairing the house, it is like repairing the doors, the hinges, building everything so that it stays for a long time. It is very important for your bones and for your muscles to stay strong. And what keeps them strong is weight training. Exercise is the best anti inflammatory thing that you can do to your body. It is a natural remedy for you. And that's why, hence, it is so important. Now, here's where everything connects your immune system. आपको लगता है जब आपको सर्दी जुकाम होता है तभी इम्यूनिटी काम करती है, कोई इन्फेक्शन हो जाए, बुखार हो जाए, तब इम्यूनिटी का रोल आता है, बट दैट्स नॉट ट्रू. Immunity or inflammation are very closely linked. Your immune system has two main jobs. It is to fight external threats. डेफिनेटली ये बैक्टीरिया, वायरस, पैथोजेंस जो भी हमारे बॉडी में इन्फेक्शन क्रिएट करते हैं उनको तो फाइट करता ही है. इट मैनेजेस इंटरनल बैलेंस, इट क्लीन्स अप योर डैमेज सेल्स, it repairs all your tissues and regulates your inflammation. When chronic inflammation is present, your immune system gets very confused. It's like a vicious cycle. The chronic inflammation keeps your immune system on alert 24/7. They release inflammatory chemicals like IL-6, TNF alpha, and CRP constantly. This drains the immune resources. तो आपका इम्यून सिस्टम बहुत बिजी हो गया है सब इंटरनल फायर्स को बुझाते बुझाते, सो इट कांट रिस्पॉन्ड प्रॉपरली टू रियल थ्रेट्स लाइक वायरसेस, बैक्टीरिया. सो जब बॉडी में ऑलरेडी इतना इन्फ्लेमेशन हो रहा है, यू आर नॉट स्लीपिंग वेल, आप प्रॉपरली वर्कआउट नहीं कर पा रहे हो, बहुत ज़्यादा स्ट्रेस्ड हो, दैट इज व्हेन you catch infections very easily. You get basic viral, cold, whatever infections pretty easily because your immune system is very busy doing other things. You take longer to recover, you feel run down, vaccines do not work, and this is the scary part. Chronic inflammation doesn't just weaken your immunity, it makes your immune system attack your own tissues. And this is the basis of a lot of autoimmune conditions like rheumatoid arthritis, Hashimoto's thyroiditis, any inflammatory bowel disease. Your immune system is overwhelmed by chronic inflammation, starts seeing your own cells as threats. So, the solution is you need to reset your immune system, break the inflammation loop. First thing, prioritize your sleep. We already spoke about this, but you need to get 7 to 9 hours of sleep. Poor sleep is equal to weak immunity, is equal to very high inflammation in the body. Eat immune supporting foods like vitamin C. आप आंवला खा सकते हो, oranges, bell peppers, guava. Take vitamin D. Sunlight is very important, very anti-inflammatory. Eggs खा सकते हो, अगर eggs नहीं खाते हो तो sunlight is a must. Fortified foods आते हैं आजकल मार्केट में, that is a good thing. You can take zinc, pumpkin seeds, flax seeds, कोई भी seeds पे मिल जाता है. Omega 3. If you do not eat omega-3 supplements, you can eat walnuts, you can eat walnuts, you can eat flax seeds, antioxidants, turmeric, ginger, garlic, green tea, or berries. You have to reduce sugar, you have to cut down on processed foods, you have to manage your stress. Chronic stress high cortisol, it leads to your immunosuppressant. And lastly, you need to exercise regularly. Don't overtrain. Pata chala you're listening on the internet ki how I work out करना है, work out करना है, but you don't need to overtrain. You need to moderately exercise. Even if you exercise 4 times a week for like half an hour to 45 minutes, it is more than enough for your body to get all the benefits. Need to stay hydrated. Water helps you flush out toxins and supports lymphatic flow. Aim for 2.5 to 3 liters of water daily. Avoid immune suppressors, drinking alcohol, smoking, chronic sleep deprivation, prolonged stress. The immune inflammation connection. Chronic inflammation happens when your body feels stressed, threatened, or overloaded all the time. It is driven by a lot of factors like sedentary lifestyle, poor sleep, chronic stress, gut irritation, blood sugar spikes, poor breathing, weak muscles. But here's the good news: inflammation is reversible. Your body wants to heal. You just need to support it with the right inputs. Small, consistent changes add up. You don't need perfection, you need progress. If this video gave you clarity, hit like so more people can discover it. Comment which solution you are going to implement first and subscribe for more science backed health related tips. Take care of your system because no one else will. Thank you for watching.